Man, I gotta come back with another video. I gotta go back to back on y'all. Hold on, man. Hold on. I gotta go back to back on y'all, man. So, like, now I was just on YouTube, right? After I got done uploading my video. Wendy's video, y'all need to go check it out, man. Alien been captured by the FBI. Timberwolves, man. Timberwolves was the first one on the scene. Reported it to the FBI, man. He got captured, you know. But y'all go check that out, man. Y'all go check it out. But in the video I'm doing right now, I'm talking about Austin Rivers. I'm talking about he ethered Draymond. Like he ethered that nigga. Like he really spoke the truth that niggas on YouTube been saying about Draymond. You know, hey, he lucked up being in the right place at the right time. In Golden State when they was rising.
The Sheep Detective.
He came in.
I can't wait to see that.
You know, ugly ass playing in my background, working on my video. But yeah, he lucked up, man. He got in at the right time, right? Came in, you know, the Warriors, I say what, like 2012, 2013. Yeah, that's when Steph, you know, he had that 54 in the Garden. And that's when Steph was starting to become Steph, even though he was still young. He wasn't there yet. But like we seen the potential. He was starting to tap into that potential. And then you had who was on there? You had Clay. You know, Clay, he was coming into his own. You know, he was known as corner tray ball Trey. Clay, yeah, we started knowing him for that. You know, Game 6, Clay, yeah, all the nicknames, yeah, he was starting to come into his own. You know, man, it was a great up-and-coming team. I remember that year, too. I definitely remember that year. And, yeah, the hype was real. Like, we were starting to see Davis and stuff. So, like, yeah, man, Draymond, like, bro, you got lucky. Like, you can't really speak. You can't really speak on Austin Rivers, bro. And he's not a Hall of Famer. Like, Austin Rivers, like, yeah, he went in on you, son, but, like, he kind of still gave you some respect for your NBA career, even though I don't think you're a Hall of Famer. You know, people saying that he couldn't be replaced. Yeah, I could name a couple of niggas that could have replaced him. Yeah, for sure. I best believe Andre Karolinko. Yeah, if y'all don't know about AK, do your homework. Yeah, he was the first player. Like, y'all thought it was Draymond. You know, that was an undersized power forward, center, whatever you want to call him. You thought he was undersized, guarding centers and shit. Nah, AK was doing that. And I'm pretty sure they probably had guys doing that way back in the gap, but AK was the versatile ones. He was the guy that could have guarded 1 through 5. And that was during the 2000s, the dead ball era. In the competition that he went up against. You know, the power forwards, the centers, like, he was going up against dogs way more than Draymond. That's why I don't call Draymond Hall of Famer, because he didn't go up against them dogs. You know, the same players that AK went up against. AK could have shoot. He was a way better shooter, a way better scorer than Draymond. Could have rebound, could have blocked shots. Man had a season, averaging like 3 blocks? Like, do your homework on AK. Yeah. Could have played, could have set screens, could do all of that. So if you put him with Golden State, man, it's gonna be the same shit over and over. Over and over again, bro. It ain't gonna be no different. It ain't gonna be no different. Draymond had to do that because he ain't had no choice. That was his only option, getting on the court. But even that, so you wasn't no scorer. Yeah, in high school, yeah, you was scoring, but like Austin Rivers say, man, I was playing against the elite competition, doing them in. Like, yeah, like, don't forget Austin Rivers, that nigga, that jab off the first step was deadly. Was deadly in high school and college. Yeah, I remember the Austin Rivers hype. Like, they were saying, like, he gonna be better than his father. Yeah. I remember them comments, bro. But Draymond, he was never like that. Nobody had never looked at you like that. Nobody. Even still to this day, I don't look at you like that. Too raw. Don't even look at you like that. It was never no scorer, nigga. Even doing your best year, when you scored, 16 points per game, or was it 15? That was the only time that you averaged that. You never showed that you could have scored. Nigga, you shoot like you got scoliosis. Nigga, like you the backpack nigga. That's what you known for, being a backpack nigga, bro. Shooting jump shots, shooting bricks, shooting air balls. Scared to shoot, not shooting on the perimeter. I feel like you held the team back a couple of times because you couldn't shoot. You was a liability on the offensive end. They playing 4-on-5. When they was gonna talk about your defense, yeah, that's why you on the court, like his defense, just the impact, him setting screens and playmaking. Ain't that hard when you passing it to Steph and Clay? In an addition with KD, it ain't hard. I could do that. Nigga, I could do that. You could do that. The fuck? You watching this video, nigga, you could do that. It ain't special. You owe Steph your life. You owe Steph and Clay your life, nigga. That's what you do. Because they made you. You ain't make them. They was already established. But you though, they made you, nigga. That's the reason why you getting into the Hall of Fame. Not because of your skill set. Not because you was a historically great player. No. No. You won the Defensive Player of the Year in the weakest era of basketball with niggas like Marcus Smart getting a Defensive Player of the Year. That is your career, bro. That's not impressive. It's not. Same with Victor Wembanyama being a unanimous Defensive Player of the Year. Great and all, but it's the product of his era. Ain't no competition. Y'all really think Draymond would be starting in the 2000s? No. You really think Draymond be a Defensive Player of the Year in the 2000s? No. What that nigga said after when he won that chip the first time? Nope. Nope. Is it gonna be Defensive Player of the Year in the 90s? Nope. No, nigga. Cause you not like that. You was never like that, bro. That's why I hated you. You was a talking ass nigga that's not even putting the work in a group project. That's who you was. That's who you was your whole career. And the reason why, even with the way that your career played out, I probably would have had a little more respect when Steph and Clay was out that whole year if you would have suited up for 82 games. Even with you not playing good, because you know you ain't gonna do shit offensively, because you don't have no impact. When the boys out, you don't have no impact. That's why you said when Steph retired, I'm walking out the door too. Because you know, bro, you know who you are. You see yourself every day in the mirror, nigga. That's why I say you owe your life to Steph. Because we know, we seen it multiple occasions. When Steph is not on the court, you don't do shit at all. You sit out with injuries, phantom injuries, bullshit injuries. There's injuries that not even real. But you the heart and soul of Golden State. And I don't know why Golden State fans even still sliding for you. Nigga, I would have been, after you punched Jordan Poole in the face, you flushed that nigga in the jaw, bitch, I would have been done with you, bro, because you ruined the vibes. All the momentum that we had over the offseason, out the window, because you got in your feelings. Because Jordan Poole was known as Splash Brother the Third, and you got in your feelings because you feel like he was gonna take your spot. You feel like he was gonna take your spot, nigga. You thought you was gonna get cut. Like, we don't need you, man. We got Poole, but you ruined that boy confidence. And Jordan Poole, since he got punched in this shit, he just been doing dumb shit, hopping team to team, and couldn't even find minutes on a stinking ass Pelicans team that needed to be in Lake Pontchartrain. Yeah, that's what you did to Jordan Poole. You ran KD out of town. All you had to do was shut the fuck up. But you can't. You can't. You just don't know how to shut up. You ruined Steph Curry out of getting at least 6 championships. At least 6 championships. Because you don't know how to control your emotions, my nigga. That's the career of Draymond. Austin Rivers told nothing but the truth, and I'm agreeing with Austin Rivers. Real talk. You want to talk about him being the biggest scam since the crypto boys that stole money from Floyd Mayweather? No, nigga, you the biggest scam. You scam your way into the Hall of Fame. Now you know as a Hall of Fame player, which you not. You're not a Hall of Fame player. Not in my book. Including Steve Kerr looking like my motherfucking toe without a nail on that bitch. Him too. That box head ass bitch. Both of y'all fake Hall of Famers that came in a situation at the right time. That's who y'all are. That's y'all careers. Right place, right time. So get out your feelings. Be happy that you carved out not only a long NBA career and riding the coattails of Stephen Clay, but also now you got a job after your NBA career. Cause ain't none of that shit would happen if you would got drafted to, let's say, Charlotte, the Nets, Utah, Milwaukee. What's another? Minnesota back then when they didn't have a stable front office. Bro, you would have been out the league, bro. You would have been playing overseas, Gunzong Wu, China. That's where you would have been at, China. And who's to say you would have stayed on that team? Nigga, you probably would have been selling insurance. But you got lucky. And you need... What's up?
Oh, man. Look about basket.
Looking for a basket.
No, you good.
Yeah, man, all day, man. I gotta finish getting on that ball. Yeah, I gotta finish. But yeah, man, you would have been playing in China. That's where you would have been at. So, man, just be happy. Just be happy that you got the career that you got. Cause you would have been on shit, bro. For real. You would have been on shit. You just a locker room cancer. You like a fly that Golden State can't get rid of. Real talk. They can't get rid of you. I don't know why they don't want to get rid of you. I don't know, they got pictures on the owner. I don't know, they got pictures on Steve Kerr. I don't know what Draymond got on the ball. But I would have been got rid of him. If I was Steph, I would have been said he got to get traded. But see, that's why I don't put Steph in the upper echelon of the other greats. Because Steph not no leader. You let this nigga be a leader. And you let Iggy still a finals MVP off you. That's not a nigga that's really like that. He ain't like that, bro. He not. All he had to do was get KD and Draymond in a room. Let them three be in a room. Hash that shit out. Steve Kerr ain't gonna do it. Bob Myers ugly ass ain't gonna do it. Nobody was gonna talk. They just let Draymond run rampant, including Steph. But if I was Steph, man, I'm dating that shit right there. Draymond apologized to him. Put this shit behind us. We got a bigger goal to chase. Championship. Yeah, man, like, we got a bigger goal to chase. I'm trying to three-peat. Yeah, I'm trying to be up there. I'm trying to be the next team to three-peat, nigga. Since Kobe and Shaq love. That's what I'm trying to do. We got a bigger goal to chase, man. All this little petty shit that y'all got going on. This nigga saying that he don't need you. Blah, 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 this and that. Man, he was the one on the phone with you after when y'all blew that. No. After, because I got to speak his stuff. Man, he was on the phone with you after when we blew that 3-1 lead. He the one who got you to come over here. Man, dead that shit, man. Y'all gotta dead that. We gotta get past that. You heard me? KD, man, I know you a sensitive ass nigga. Man, you know, you be having a tampon up your ass sometimes, bro. But fuck that. Man, let's be some men here. Let's be some men. You heard me? We got a goal to chase, man. We gotta get through this season. It's a long season to go. Y'all gonna be mad at each other for the whole season? Man, that's high school shit, man. That's high school shit. Niggas do that in high school. Man, we damn near 30. We 30, bro. That's where we at right now, man. We need to, man, fuck all of that, man. Fuck the media, fuck what the fans say, man. Let me, man, worry about this shit right here. That's what I would have did if I was Steph. But Steph ain't do that, man. He just let you talk. He just let you talk. Real talk. If you would have kept doing that shit, if I was Steph, man, put that bitch name in the trade rooms. I'll get his ass to shut up. Put his ass in the trade rooms. He acting out of pocket. He talking too much and he ain't listening to nobody. And put that bitch name in the trade rooms. That's what I would have done if I had a power like Steph. Playing for Golden State after I turn y'all into $1 billion, man. Y'all better listen to me. I saved y'all franchise. You know, y'all could have got shit back to motherfucking Seattle. Somewhere. You know? Whoever the owner was, man, I made you money. Fans wasn't filling up these seats, nigga. I was filling up these seats, nigga. You better recognize. You better listen to me. You need to control this gorilla. He an unchained gorilla. Acting the ass. And ever since when they didn't put that nigga in this place, his mouth just get louder than louder. It just keep getting worse and worse. And now now he antagonizing this coach. Now he chastising this coach, saying that, man, you held me back as a scorer. Nigga, if you was scorer, if he was like that, you wouldn't have to worry about the coach. You ain't gotta worry about no coach, nigga. If he was like that, but Steve Kerr knew you wasn't like that. Come on, bro. Bro, you said out your own mouth that when I stopped shooting and when teams would leave me open, right, so I could get KD touches, that affected my mentality. That I don't think I could shoot anymore. That's not what a scorer say. A scorer don't say that. But you said that. You think all this shit that niggas done put Russ through, man, Russ is still out there shooting that bitch, man. Why? Cause he a scorer. He a scorer, bro. But you not like that. You was never like that. So that's why I say, man, you owe your life to Steph. You really do. You owe that nigga your life. You owe Clay your life. You owe Clay. Nah, I ain't gonna go that far. If I had a rumble, I'd say that, but I ain't gonna go that far. They're gonna take this video down. You know, but I'm about to say some wild shit though. But like, you really owe them boy your life, cause you with your big mouth ass, you took 6 rings off their plate. Clay ain't supposed to be throwing up this. Clay's supposed to be throwing up these. Steph's supposed to be having these on his hands, nigga. But no, I gotta make Draymond. I gotta make the team all about Draymond. Cause without me, we ain't winning. We not winning. And that's what you think. You're not important, bro. You was never important. I never liked it, you. I never thought that without you, that Golden State can't win. I see that in the 2022 finals. When they bench your ass, when Steve Kerr finally put his big boy pants on, right? He put his foot down because you was fucking up bad out there. That man put you on a bench. A scorer getting put on a bench. And I feel like that was another reason why he was mad at Jordan Poole. He hitting half-court shots. He doing this shit. That you got mad, you got jealous. You got jealous, bro. It wasn't because you felt like, he taking a shine away from your boy stuff, including KD. No, you mad because you felt like you wasn't a part what was great. That them niggas ain't need you. That's why you was mad. You wasn't mad for Steph. You wasn't mad for Steph. You was mad that you was gonna be the odd man out. And that's why you do the shit that you do. Doing dumb shit. But, yeah, man. Yeah, Draymond. You looking bad out here, bro. That nigga went in on you. That nigga got on your ass. Rightfully so. Cause like, you trying to do that's what all them NBA players do, man. They just try to rewrite their history. Like we didn't see it with our own two eyes. We seen who you were during your peak. You was never like that. You was never like that, bro. That's why I'm mad at T-Mac. T-Mac, he was like my second favorite player behind Kobe. But T-Mac, the lazy-eyed nigga pissing me off too. Saying dumb shit. Getting on the mic, spitting dumb shit. Like, bro, I used to go to bat for you. And niggas on the internet, they didn't want to say the truth. I didn't want to say the truth, right? You was like, man, he didn't get to live out his career. He was always hurt. But now we scrapping it. Now you think I'm Kobe Bryant? Hell yeah, I'm Kobe. Yeah, I'm Kobe. Yeah, I'm Kobe. Bro, you woke up and thought you was Kobe. You're not Kobe, nigga. You're not. And I hate saying that because you're really my favorite player. But like this generation, man, niggas think they could just fool everybody. Try to play on niggas' intelligence. Yeah, they might get a couple of people to fall in line with that. But a nigga like me, nah. Niggas that got common sense. Nigga got a brain of their own, right? They ain't falling for that because we seen who you were. Always hurt. Couldn't get past the first round. That's your career, T-Mac. And Draymond, same thing with you. If you didn't get drafted by Golden State, you would have been out the league, brother. If you wasn't on Golden State, no Hall of Fame career, brother. I bet you when you came into the league, you didn't even think that you was going to be put in the Hall of Fame talks. You came in there just trying to survive. You said that too, like, man, I'm fighting and clawing with David Lee because David Lee was cold. He was colder than me. You said that. Yeah, you said that, bro. So, like, you was fighting. You was on survival mode. Yeah, you was on survival mode, bro. But when Steve Kerr came in there, he was trying to run a different system, Even though I don't think he all that as a coach, he just changed up a few things, sprinkle a little few things. When it's like, he started getting towards the new era of the NBA, that they was gonna shock everybody. That's what he did, That's all to it. But also, when you started getting starting minutes, you got starting minutes against no LaMarcus Aldridge, right? Like, that's why I say Karolinko is better than him. I feel like he could have replaced him. Karolinko played against LaMarcus Aldridge, right? Zebo, Tim Duncan in his peak, right? Amari Stoudemire, who averaged 37 points per game in a playoff series. KG. Do you hear the list? Paul Gasol. You want me to keep going? Carlos Boozer. Yeah, y'all laugh at Carlos Boozer with that spray painting shit on top of his head. Carlos Boozer was like that. Yeah, Boozer was a good player. Giving you 23 and 10 in the playoffs. Yeah, that's what he was doing. Who else? Who else was a cold power forward at that time? You had Paul Millsap. Yeah. You had Paul Millsap, bro. I'm trying to think. Who else? Man, they had some dogs. Yeah, it wasn't no nights off for Karolinko. Wasn't no nights off. And he was switching on the 5 too. Had to play niggas like Shaq. Right? Play niggas like Shaq. He had to play niggas like Ben Wallace, even though he not no score, but he just a big body, strong motherfucker, look like samurai, a black samurai. Yeah, he had to play him. Dwight Howard. Who else? Centers is kind of weak during the 2000s, but the power force was off the chain. It was nasty. It was getting real nasty, yeah. So like, man, you had Shaq, Dwight Howard, Chris Kaman. Yeah, y'all don't know about Chris Kaman. Dog. Yeah, he just played on the Clippers. But Chris Kaman, dog. 18-10 on your head. Easy work. Yeah. He had to play against niggas like that. Marcus All. Come on, bro. You want me to keep going? I can keep giving you the list of names. Kalinko, AK-47. You don't get that name by being a nigga like Draymond. Nah, he lived up to that. He was really AK-47 versatile. You know how to say the AK-47 is the most reliable gun on hurt? Yeah, that's who AK-47 was. Yeah, reliable, demon, cold. So with niggas saying that nobody could replace Draymond, man, I can name buku niggas that could have replaced Draymond, do the same shit he did. And AK-47 just one of them, because he one of my favorite players too of all time. You know, so I always shout out AK-47. He a forgotten NBA player. But AK-47 playing in today's NBA, $200 million player. So versatile. So fucking versatile. He'll be a multi all-star. Real talk. If you drop AK-47 in this era, yeah, he'll make multiple all-star teams. Win a defensive player of the year. I'm telling you, AK-47 will win multiple defensive players of the year. Do your homework. 2 blocks, 3 blocks a game. Come on, bro. At 6'9", he was doing that. Draymond ain't the first. He not. Just he came in at the right time when the league was changing. It was getting rid of all of the big men and all of the back to the basket power forwards, centers. It was getting rid of all of them. It was going to stretch bigs, small ball fives, putting PJ Tucker at the 5, at 6'5". That's what they was going to. So he came in at the right time, bro. But in the 2000s, he ain't doing that. He'd get run off the court. Real talk. Back then, coaches was fighting players, so you talk crazy. Man, a coach a decking your shit. Niggas in the locker room a decking your shit. You really think he gonna talk crazy to Kenyon Martin? You really think he gonna talk crazy to Ben Wallace, Ron Artest? You think he gonna talk crazy to them? Nah. But the niggas that he played with in the league, them niggas soft. That's why it's the softest era in NBA history. Niggas not like that. But niggas back in the gap, it was like that. They gonna be on your ass.